Welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Rikkii.
And me, Reality Ashley, and we are so excited to talk about Love Island USA. There was just 2 amazing episodes. We were just debating what the episode number is because Rikkii watches on Peacock and hers says 6 and 7. I watch on Crave in Canada and mine says 5 and 6 because After Sun is in a whole other category. So we're going to go with the Peacock one because that's probably where most of you guys are listening. So 6 and 7. But let us know what it says on yours because, yeah, it's different for both of us.
Yeah, it's like things move so fast in the Love Island house that's like, I'm like 2 episodes seem like a lifetime. I'm like, wait, what happened in episode 6?
It's so true. Like from one day to the next was like a whole new villa pretty much.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, you had a spicy little jagged edge date last night.
I wouldn't call it spicy.
Oh, okay. I meant the concert was spicy. Maybe not the date.
Not even
was it?
I don't know, girl. It was like they lost it. They ain't got it. It's just like okay. So I'll tell you about the date. So this is the guy that I previously told you guys about that I've gone on 2 dates with him. So this was our 3rd date. This is, since I've restarted my dating journey, this is the only guy that I've made it to 3 dates with. Everyone else has literally been 1 date and that's it. He's the one I was telling you, like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like,
yeah,
I think it's me. Like, it's just not there. I read some of the comments and they were like, if it's not there by like date 3 or 4, if you're not feeling any sparks, like let it go. I'm a slow burn, like Ace, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Or like Alandria, like I'm a slow burn. I don't know what's going on, but we had a really good date. We went to Boa, which is a steakhouse, and I really wanted to go to the Jagged Edge concert because I'm a huge like 90s R&B type girl. So he bought the tickets, and so he wanted to go to dinner first, so we went to Boa, and then we went to the Jagged Edge concert. So it was a very nice date. He spent a coin. Okay, he spent a coin because the concert wasn't cheap and neither was dinner. I don't know if it's like Jagged Edge is a lot of love songs, so it's like it's kind of awkward to be like singing love songs to somebody that you're on a 3rd date
like,
with.
Not about you.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I think I don't know, like Donnell Jones was performing and so was Eric Bellinger. So he was like super into Donnell Jones because he's a little older. I didn't know none of the songs. But I don't know. It was like, again, like good conversation, good date, nothing necessarily wrong. I mean, I did hate the fact I didn't like the fact that he had on white jeans, but that's an easy fix. Like you could just change somebody's style like as you get more comfortable with them. Like I've only been on 2 dinner dates with him before and I liked how he dressed like dinner wise. Like I was like, okay, like this is a well put together look, but the casual look, I was like, white jeans, bro, like what the hell?
That's funny because I just saw someone else post in white jeans the other day, a woman, and I was like, oh, that's just so like, I feel like that's like the early 2000s, like we were all doing the white jeans then, but I haven't seen them since, so I didn't know they were a thing.
A man in white jeans, and they was
that I've never seen.
They was a little skinny too. I was like,
oh yeah, those aren't cool anymore, right?
Yeah, that's what you're wearing. I was like, okay.
Did they have holes too?
No, bitch. Thank God. I know. My God, I would have left. I would have went fucking home.
That would be the 3rd strike.
That would be the 3rd strike. So yeah, and the thing is like good conversation. We're going out on like great dates. Like I'm not having a bad time when I'm there. I just don't feel a spark, and it's not because I'm unattracted to him. I think it's because I'm just caught up on someone else, so I'm just not giving him the focus. I don't know, but we held hands.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
we held hands.
You haven't tried like a kiss or anything?
No. Oh, and like the whole night, I felt like, oh, he's gonna try and kiss me tonight, like a 3rd date.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's like an appropriate time to like try to get a kiss. And I thought after he like went for my hand, I was like, oh God, he's like definitely going to try it. He didn't. Thank God. He didn't. But you know what he did try?
What?
He tried to so I had parked my car at his house. Like we met at his house and then we Ubered to dinner and to the concert. So he has a
Mm.
dog. He has a husky, a beautiful husky. And he was like, "Do you want to come say hi to your homeboy?" Like talking about his dog. Like
Uh,
basically inviting me up.
right.
Bro, you haven't even got a
Using the
kiss.
dog as
Yeah,
bait.
yeah. Like, bro, you haven't even got a kiss. Like, why would you try and invite me up? I was like, no. Like, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
no. And he was like, "Oh, I was just
Not
kidding."
happening.
Sure you were. Sure you were fucking kidding, sir. Like,
Oh
no,
no.
again, no spark for me, no physical spark. Like, and again,
Mm.
I don't know why. I don't know. I don't find the man ugly. Like, I find him attractive. I find him handsome. He has a nice smile. He has a nice teeth. He has a nice beard. He's a good
Yeah.
height. He's like 6'2", which is like height is like a thing for me because I feel like I'm pretty tall. So when I have on heels, I want you to like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's just no like there's no desire to like want to kiss him or want to like put my hand on his leg or whatever, you know? And I feel like
Yeah.
in other dating situations that has been there. Maybe I'm just a
Uh-huh.
little guarded. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess yeah, that would be hard to like kiss someone that you don't want to kiss because I'm like maybe after you kiss you then it will change things, but that's hard to do if you're not feeling it.
And I feel
Yeah.
like by date 4, he's gonna go in for a kiss. I feel like he's feeling it.
Yeah.
I feel like he definitely is like, "Oh, she's awesome." And like,
Yeah.
you know, which it's always better for me to be in a position of like, you like me more because then I don't have to
Yes.
worry about my feelings getting hurt because I notice that when I go in and I like you and I go in with like my guard down. In my last situation, I went in with my guard completely down,
Mhm.
because they were a friend, like a friend. Like
Uh-huh.
I got effed. I got
Yeah.
effed. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got my feelings hurt. So it's like
Yeah.
now my guard's up. I can't get my feelings hurt. So, but I don't know. I don't know if he could tell I have a guard up. I don't know. It seems like he's already asked me out on a 4th date and he's already texted me today and he said what a great time he had. So maybe he's okay with a slow burn, you know?
Yeah. Well, or maybe you could just tell him, like, I think I'm just hung up on someone else right now, and maybe we could try again in a bit. And then maybe if you don't see him for a bit, you might be like, oh, I kind of miss hanging out with him. And
I,
maybe if you go
I
back
should
into it.
tell him I should reveal my hand. I should tell him that I'm caught up on somebody else.
I mean, or you could just keep going on these like
Date
platonic dates for
and
a while.
see
And if he's
and
cool with it, I
see
mean,
if it
he,
maybe it'll turn into something. I don't
yeah.
know. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, it's
hoping.
not like if he's not like confronting you with like what's going on here, why are we not like getting romantic? If he seems fine with the slow burn, then I would
Yeah.
say,
Yeah, because I had reached this point with one guy I was dating, like I think it was like some point last year. It's like I really liked hanging out with him, but I was not physically attracted to him at all. And I think by date 4, he like went in for a kiss, and I like pushed him. I was
yeah,
like, no, 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 you know. And then he
yeah,
did say something. He was like, you know, if like I don't know, like are you attracted to me because like it's date 4 and like I went in for a
hmm
kiss, you pushed me away, and I was like, well, he's not wrong. So, but
yeah,
again, it's not that I'm not attracted to this guy. Like this guy's handsome. I just
hmm
I don't
yeah.
know.
I think if he's not like asking those questions, then you can just keep hanging out. If you're happy with the dates, like if you're not feeling uncomfortable, not feeling
Yeah,
like you said, he might go in for a kiss, so that's a little uncomfortable, but
yeah.
you
Well, he
could just
hasn't
tell,
yet, so
yeah,
I'll just be like hugs, hugsies,
you just
bye.
wait till he does, and then when he goes for the kiss, be like, "What are you doing? I thought we were just friends. Like that's not what I thought this was."
Oh my God, you like me? I
Yeah,
just totally thought we were
like I
friends.
had no idea. I had no idea. Singing Jagged Edge together, I did not get the romantic vibes
Yeah,
here.
and honestly, you know what, girl, he didn't know one song, so I'm like, I don't even
What?
think he was a
Not
Jagged
even
Edge.
Let's Get Married?
Okay,
Nothing?
he knew that one, but I
Oh,
don't even think he was a Jagged Edge fan. Like he just
no.
wanted to go because I suggested the concert. I wanted to go, so I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Jagged Edge, like they're in town, like you know what I mean?
Next
Yeah,
time, just if there's a concert you want to go to, be like, oh, Beyonce, like something.
I want to go to Beyonce.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like he'll probably eventually be like, okay, what's happening here? What are we? But Until he does, I mean.
What are we's crazy? 4 dates
Yeah,
and like, what
okay.
are we's crazy?
Maybe not what are we, more like what are we doing on
I
these
can slow down,
dates?
Huda. Huda. Huda.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get that girl's name right, but yeah. So
Right.
that's the dating update there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
keep us posted.
okay.
Maybe you try going on dates with, like, is there anyone else in the mix or no?
No, there's no
No.
one else in the mix, and like I haven't really been on the dating apps. I'm like, I definitely am like
Yeah.
over the apps as of right now. So, because I think I realize that I'm not there or like in a space to like really,
Yeah.
I think I just need a little break.
Well, you know how us girls are sometimes. If someone, like, he's available, he's not causing any drama, he's easy. And so
He's very
sometimes you're like, eh. And so if he was like pulled back a little or like seemed like he wasn't interested, then you might be like, well, wait a minute, like maybe I am
No,
interested.
girl, because like
No.
so originally I was supposed to be in Vegas this weekend, right? And so
Hmm.
he was out of town all week for work. And so he was like, "Oh, I'm out of town for work. Like I'll be back Friday or Saturday." And I was like, "Oh, I'm leaving Saturday for Vegas because I thought I was going to be in Vegas." And he was like, "Okay, oh well." And I was like, "Oh well," like so, and I like, and I
You're
was
not
like, "Okay."
devastated?
I was like, "Okay, well then, oh well, we just won't be seeing each other then." Like, oh well, shit. So I thought it was done. Like, I just thought,
Yeah.
oh well, if it's so well for you, it's definitely a well for me. Like, I really don't give a flying potato sack over here. And then I was like, I'm not going to Vegas. And then he like planned a date. So I was like,
Oh,
oh,
that's
oh
nice.
well, my ass. That's what I thought. Yeah, like I really didn't care. I thought it was like
Yeah.
phasing out. I'm like, I'm not giving him any energy, and I think he could feel
Yeah.
it.
You're
Like it's
like,
fair. It's fair, But
yeah. Nonchalant is not going to work with this situation. No. You're like that. We'll never see each other
like, and
again.
we will literally never see each other again. I won't think twice about it, which is unfortunate, but so.
Well, hopefully he's not listening to this, but
I know, 'cause he
if
is
he
like
is,
he's
now he
such
knows.
a nice
So,
guy. Like he's really such a nice guy, and there's nothing wrong with him. Like it's
yeah.
me, and I don't have a bad time when I'm with him. Like I literally don't. So I'm like, I know it's me because we have good conversation. Like the banter could be like a little bit more because when I get comfortable, like I'm just like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh," you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like so the banter
Yeah.
could be more, and I think I'm comparing it to the last situation where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
if we were at this concert, we would have been doing this, or we would have been like, but also that's
Yeah.
not fair to do because we had a friendship before. So there was that, you know,
Yeah.
so,
It's hard when you're still like comparing it to another situation and there's like a
yeah,
bar that has to be reached. So you got to wait till that's long in the dust and then you can get over it.
yeah.
But they say the best way to get over someone is to get under someone else.
No, ew, my God, the thought of that,
Not this guy,
like,
a different guy,
like, absolutely not.
a
I'm never
different,
giving under
like a Michael
anyone.
B. Jordan type. That's what we're looking
Fine.
for.
If he wants to take me on a date, I'll go.
Perfect. We're still waiting for his call. We've been missing it, I guess.
Wait for his call. Yeah. So I'll check my DMs after this.
Yeah. It's probably in there in the request or something, I
No,
bet.
I check. No, I've been checking every day. No.
Damn it. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
should we get into the craziness? Which, yes, the episode was yesterday, but it already feels like a million years ago.
Yeah.
But I was going to
Episode
call it
6.
episode 5. This is going to be so hard for
It's
me. But
okay. It's
yes,
okay.
episode
Episode.
6 to you guys and 5 for some reason to mine. So,
Yes, this is the episode where we had our first elimination. Yes.
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 I know that was, well, should we go back a little bit?
Yeah, let's go back through I was just so I believe episode 6/5 started with like Huda pulling Jeremiah for a chat, and she was like telling him like, oh, she's gonna pull you anyway, like, and she called her a B word yet again. She
Yeah.
was like, this bitch is just weird. She's gonna pull you for a chat. She doesn't care like what we have going on. Like she's still gonna pull you. So that was like the start of the episode, and she said something like along the lines like I like you, and he was like I got it, and I
Like,
feel like she wanted to say I love you. Like I don't care what
right.
anybody says, I feel like she wanted to say in that moment I love you to Jeremiah,
Yeah.
which is psychotic. Like she's showing some very questionable behavior in my
I know
opinion.
when she was saying that like thing, I was thinking back like to the day before when she was like, I don't like chase after any man or something. Remember when she was like talking all
Yeah,
about
you're
that,
like
and she's
telling
changed so
all of the
fast.
girls that you fear that he's love bombing you, but it's like you are love bombing him as
Yeah.
well. Like I think Jeremiah is faking and playing the game, and I think Huda's in love with him, like or thinks
Yeah.
she's in love with him. Like I don't
Yeah,
care.
he's being so chill and like she even said at one point like, "Oh, he just listens and lets me talk all the time." And I'm like, "Yeah, cuz he's not like reciprocating it. He's just like laying back and letting you be
Yeah, like
crazy."
the fact that he didn't ask a single question when she said, I'm a mom and I have a daughter. Like, you
Yeah.
didn't ask a single question about her daughter. Like, you don't give a flying fudge, okay? But it's like
Yeah.
I think he's also love bombing her, but I'm that's me jumping ahead to episode 7, but like Ace is like in episode 6 because he pissed me off in episode 7, but in episode 6 what
Yeah.
like he's like saying what we're all thinking, right?
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah,
she's
like
gonna
it's been
say,
4
"Oh, she's still
days.
gonna pull him, but
It's
you
weird.
know, it's weird." Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Ace is like, "How? Like it's been 4 days. Like how is it's weird?" And she's like, "I don't
Yeah.
care." Mind you, the whole time she's talking to Ace, hand on shoulder, hand on thigh,
I
hand on,
saw that.
very
She kept
touchy.
like trying to find an excuse to grab him, which was interesting.
Yeah. So I'm like, and
Uh-huh.
you're like, oh, I don't care. Like, you think it's weird in Love Island that somebody is pulling somebody for chats. Like,
Yeah.
how on earth is that weird? Like, that's what everybody's here for. She's getting on my nerves. And I feel like if there's a vote, she's definitely going home. I do
Yeah.
not like her. I do not like Jeremiah. I do not buy their storyline. And I just want them to leave. Like,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and as soon as Huda realized that Amaya wasn't gonna go for Jeremiah, then she was all like, "I'm sorry, I overreacted, like sisterhood." And
Sisterhood. Yeah, hugs. Like so fake. And again, weaponizing sisterhood. Like if she
mm,
says the word sisterhood one more time, I'm literally going to throw her in the pool because it's like,
yeah,
girl, yeah, if you're not going for my man, we're in a sisterhood. But if you are, and if you express any interest to him, then we're not. Why don't they just close it off? Like I know, again,
yes,
hopping to episode 7, like
uh-huh.
we hear her like subtly try to ask him like,
Yeah,
so are you closed off, like, and he's like, what,
yeah,
no, like it's so early, you know what I mean, but she wants to be, why not close it off? Like he
yeah,
told the girl that he's not open, he told
yeah,
Amaya that he's not open, so it's like,
uh-huh.
what are we doing here, like
Yeah,
neither one of you guys are open to get to know other people. So why not close it off? Because you know that that doesn't go over well with the audience. That's the only reason why Jeremiah won't close it off, because he's like, it's early days. People aren't going to buy it if we close it
yeah.
off this early. But like, we're not buying it now, but they have no idea.
No.
Like, they have no idea, you know?
Yeah, they're acting closed off, so they might as well be closed off because they're not talking to other people. So what is the point of not just saying we're closed off? It doesn't make any sense.
So I do feel like when Amaya was having a chat with Jeremiah, she was talking over him. Like she was
Yeah,
talking over him a lot. Like I was like, damn, like let him get a word in. Like when he was trying to, when they had that conversation and she was trying to tell him like, oh, at least now I know it's not you. Like I'm looking for my connection. At least I know it's not you. And he was like, well, I would still like to like be friends or whatever, like get to know you as a friend.
mhm,
I just noticed that she was talking over him a lot. And then now that I see, I think that's just how she communicates, because I've seen her doing it
yeah,
with Ace. And then I think we kind of see it in the preview next week with her and Shelly are going to get into some type of altercation, which we'll get there.
yeah,
But I'm like,
yeah.
okay. And
She's.
what is her accent? Like she has an accent. I don't know if
I
it's a
don't know.
lisp or an accent.
Yeah, I don't. Everyone is speaking so funny this season, which is interesting because I felt like last season Leah had like an interesting like cadence to her, and like people liked that. Like it was something different, and I feel like they're just trying to replicate that this season. Not saying that like these people are faking their accents, but that the casting people were really looking for people that speak in like a unique way because
Yeah.
yeah, everybody has this like strange like where is this accent coming
Yeah.
from? And
It's like an
it's like
accent slash lisp slash like
yeah, she
accent.
said somebody was I can't remember whose video it was, but she said she's from New York, but she like said the Big Apple and everyone was like no one talks like that from here. So
No.
they don't know where the accent comes from, but
Yeah, it's almost like it almost sound I don't even know what it sounds like, but I'm like, yeah, she definitely has like an interesting cadence to her voice that I'm like I can't pinpoint, but she doesn't know how to she just, I just noticed she was talking over Jeremiah. I was like, let him talk.
mhm.
Like I want to hear what he has to say, like in regards to if he's interested at all in getting to know you, but
Yeah.
I guess he said just as a friend, which is like again,
Yeah.
just close it off. Just close it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Our connection strong, but not closed off. Just closed off at this point, because I think
Yeah.
that's what Huda said to somebody, like our connection strong, but it's just not closed off. And it's like, girl, close it off at this point.
Yeah. They might as well be because they're everything but closed off at this point.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
so Nick had a kiss obviously with both girls with Sierra and Beldasha.
yeah.
So why do you think ultimately, not to skip ahead to the end of the episode, but we know what happens, he chooses Sierra. So why do you
Yeah.
think he did that?
I think honestly, I think it's because he cannot have an intellectual conversation with Beldasha. Like the
Yeah.
conversation they had where she was just like all giddy was so painful to watch. Like he asked her like something about like what degree she would be, and she's like the highest. And then like
Yeah.
he's like, what are your hobbies? And she's like the beach. Like the ocean looks like Gatorade. And I don't know if anyone else caught his face in that moment, but he was like he kind of made a face. Like I want to go back and like take a picture of his face because it was kind of like to me, that was the moment where I was like, okay, he's not picking her because the
Yeah.
conversations with her are so stale and so surface level and so boring and so like just like she just can't speak. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I think that's what did it for him. So she's
Yeah.
thinking they're having this great moment and he's like,
Yeah. I feel like he would get a little bit of something from her. And so he would kind of get excited. And then, yeah, they'd have another conversation and it would just fall flat. And he was just realizing it was never going to go anywhere, I
mm-hmm,
think. So,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. I
yeah.
think I think ultimately that's why he picked Sierra. And I know people are upset that Baldasha is gone, but I think that Sierra was the better choice for Nick. Like I
Yeah.
think that they made more sense. I don't think Baldasha was his match. Like, and do I
No.
think she should have went home? No, I think we should have had some male bombshells, like to see if she could make a connection.
Hmm.
Um, but it's the name of the game. I thought it was really early for an OG to go home. Um,
Hmm.
so and it's like,
Yeah, that was.
yeah, wasn't it right? Like I feel like
Hmm.
maybe if two more bombshells would have came in to see if she could form a connection with them, that would have been good. But yeah, I do
I,
think that I think she was the better choice for Nick. I know that some people were saying that they felt like Nick was being lustful, and that's why he
mhm.
picked
Sierra.
Sierra, but I didn't think that. I thought he's doing what you're supposed to do, like exploring
Yeah.
your options, seeing who you like, but you're not supposed to kiss two girls one day. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's how you spread stuff. Like.
But yeah, I don't think they can just blame it on the lustful thing now because Beldasha was kissing the same as Sierra is, and
She wasn't
it
straddling.
was
She wasn't
no true.
straddling.
But it was more about like the conversations, It wasn't like he was having these amazing conversations with Beldasha, but she was like being more like modest. It was like a lot of things
I think it
plus
was
the
that. I think,
modesty.
yeah, plus the modesty. Because I do think that, like, obviously from a guy's perspective, I'm not a guy, I don't know, but I'm thinking like he knows damn well he's not, it's going to be a hot minute before he gets some from Beldasha, and he'd probably
Mhm.
get some a little sooner from Sierra. But ultimately, I thought that Sierra and him had better conversations. I thought they got along better. And I thought, yeah, him and Beldasha's conversations were painful. And I think that was ultimately what led to his decision. And I also think that Beldesh got that bruise on her lip from sucking all those lips. Like,
I
who
thought
the
that
hell
at first.
sucked her lip like that to where she got a bruise? Did you
Well,
see the
she actually, well, if you looked at her face, she had blue on her eyebrows, and blue. People were saying she did that on purpose. Like, if you look, her eyebrows are blue here, and so they said it was her makeup. I don't know. I don't know if it was like the
No,
bruise,
no, it
and
was a bruise because I noticed it in episode 5 too.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed it in episode 5 too. So I'm like, well, that would be so stupid. Why would you want to look like you have a
Well,
bruise
then
on your
she
lip?
matched her eyebrows to her bruise because her eyebrows were blue. So if you go back and
Ew,
watch her elimination, yeah.
ew.
So people,
I'm gonna
because
have to go look because I'm like,
her, yeah, her dress was blue, and then she did blue eyebrows, and I don't know what was, if the lip was a bruise. Obviously, if it was there before that, it was. So
okay,
maybe she
maybe
thought.
I'm tripping. I was like, somebody sucked on her lip like that,
No,
but
I thought that too. Like I almost made a video of it, but then someone pointed out her eyebrows, and I was like, oh damn, they are
that's a
blue.
good
So
point. That's a good
yeah,
point.
I don't
Yeah.
know if she was maybe just trying to cover up the bruise though, right? Like, what am I gonna do about this bruise? And like, oh, put your eyebrows blue too.
Yeah, that's
So
yeah. Okay, I
yeah.
have to ask you, what are your thoughts on Austin?
I mean, I hate to freaking say this and to jump ahead. At the very end though, I was agreeing with him with the
Okay, yeah,
whole
no, yeah, that's for episode 7. I mean for
yeah.
episode okay, I guess my question is, did we get it wrong with Austin? Because it seems like he's going for Shelly and Amaya, which are two
Mm.
black women.
Yeah.
And it's giving that Austin likes black women. Like
Yeah.
that
And
is his physical preference and type. And it's like, did we get it wrong? Like, did we
well,
get it
why did
wrong?
people think that he didn't? Because he shared some videos,
He
like negative
shared,
videos.
yes. So it was two things. Now, it was
Oh,
the girl
voting.
from high school
Right. Uh-huh.
coming forward and saying, "Oh, Austin used to bully me in high school, and he used to use derogatory remarks towards black women
Right.
in high school." Now, I never like there was no validity to that because I was
Yeah.
like, anybody can say that they went to high school with anybody. There's now a girl coming forward saying that she went to high school with Jeremiah and he used to bully her. And it's like,
Yeah.
there's no proof that you actually went to high school with the people, know these people, let alone that this guy was using slurs at you. So I don't
Yeah.
really buy that, but it was his repost of like, Kamala Harris and, saying
Yeah.
certain, narratives about black women that he was like reposting. Not that he didn't like them or not anything like racist or anything like that. It wasn't anything like that that I saw. It
Uh-huh.
was more so about black women blindly supporting Kamala because she's a black woman. Like it was like
Huh.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
and then obviously, unfortunately, I know you're Canadian, but there's a stigma that comes around along with like being a Trump supporter, that there's
Yeah.
a hint of
Yeah.
R word there. Like
Yeah.
it's just it's like what doesn't, and that's not necessarily true, but it's like sometimes,
Right.
even though there are, African American Trump supporters, it's just kind of like a weird like little like, so I think that's where it came from. But it's like, to me,
Yeah.
I'm like, he seems to like very much be
Yeah.
attracted to black
Yeah, because he
women.
had a kiss with Amaya, right?
A
Did
kiss
they
with
kiss?
Amaya, yes,
Yeah.
and he's had a kiss with Shelly as well,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and he seems it seems genuine. It's hard to say on these
And even
shows, but
Alandria said that he's like her favorite person in the house and that they get
yeah.
along very well. So I'm like, did we get it wrong? Like, is Austin down with the Brad? I think he is.
I mean, people change, right? But like that stuff wasn't obviously long ago what he shared or what he did. So I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm like, okay, like I mean, I don't know if it's like he could go for Beldasha, he could go for Hannah, he
Yeah,
could
I
go if
mean,
that was his
Austin
physical
and
type.
Beldasha would have been good, I think. Like I just mentally or like personality wise, I feel
Yeah.
like they maybe it wouldn't be good because they're so similar. That would have been like
Yeah, and it's
too
like, I think
similar,
in
but
one episode, Shelly had asked him, if I didn't pick you, like who would you have picked? And he said Beldasha, but it's like
yeah.
we never seen him try to even have a conversation with. I think they had one chat that we saw. So it's like they didn't even try to explore it, like maybe because Baldasha wasn't interested, but it's like we don't see Austin going for the blondes. We see him
Yeah.
going for the women of color. So it's like I think that is his preference, which is like,
Yeah.
okay, Austin, I'm sorry, bro. We just put you in a box and labeled you.
Well,
I'm
he put
like,
himself in the box, I
yeah,
would
he
say,
put
right? If
himself in his
he
box.
did
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe maybe he has different sides to him. Who knows?
I
But
personally wouldn't date somebody that had different political views than me. Like I think that that's one of those deal breaker type
yeah.
situations, but everyone's different and we don't know Shelley's political views or Amaya's, so it's like, maybe they're okay with it, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. But another thing that I noticed was that the recoupling, because this is what I have written down, when Huda was like, he's nervous. And I'm like, girl, you don't know him. Like, you don't know this
Yeah.
man to be like, he's nervous. Like,
Yeah.
and then when she said, like, what I like about him is that he doesn't try and control me as a woman. Like, you're locked in a house with him 24/7. Like, when and
Yeah.
where and how would he try and control you as a woman? Like,
Yeah. You
girl.
won't know until you are out of there if they make it that far.
Oh
So
my God. Like, and even when they went on the date in episode 7, like, when she kept saying, I just want to see how he is in the real world. Like, I just want to see how he is on a date. Y'all are
yeah.
going to a water park where you're by yourselves. Like, this is not y'all going out into the real world. Like, what
No.
is happening? But
And that was funny when he said something to her like he was like there's a very slim chance someone could come in here and like turn my head, but he wasn't like it's not happening. He was like it's a small chance.
it's like it would like I like yeah, because it's
Yeah, he
like
was
you're
like I
trying
highly
to
doubt
I
it or
highly
something,
highly doubt
but
it. They need
it wasn't
somebody.
enough.
It
So
was not a no. It was not a no. But I think
no,
the most craziest part of episode 6 in the recoupling. Yes, Beldasha went home, but it was Ace not picking Shelley.
yeah,
Ace not picking Shelley with the heli. Like,
what
what happened there? Like,
that
what
needs
the?
to be their tagline because yeah, I don't know. People have been speculating online that like they know each other more than they're saying, and they're playing a game of like they don't want to get together too soon because that's going to be harder to keep people liking them. They're kind of playing this like stay away from each other game so that when they finally get together, everyone is just going to love them. I don't know.
Like Serena and
It
Cordell.
yeah, like and
You
that
know
is
what I
what it's
mean?
giving because there's no reason that they shouldn't be coupling up together. So
Yeah, I've
I
also
don't
heard
know.
that people think that production told Ace to pick Amaya just to like
Spice it up.
just to spice it up. I mean,
Hmm.
I was very surprised that he picked Maya. I'm like, I feel like I heard them have one chat, so
Yeah.
it was
And for him to
weird.
say, like, I can't wait to lay in bed at night, like, talking, like, hearing, like, telling stories all night. Like, he wasn't just like, oh, I'll pick you and see how it goes. He was being, like, very specific and all these things he liked about her. And, like, yeah, it was like, where
Yeah.
did this come from?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it was a production play, but I feel like he is playing a dangerous game because I
That,
think you think he's
well, I
playing
was
a
gonna say
dangerous
that's
game?
true. I was thinking this is like all Ace and Shelley's big plan, but it could be production's big plan where it's like they do like each other, production knows it, but they're like, don't pick each other yet because you need a slower burn than just what Huda
Yeah.
and Jeremiah are doing. So
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know because
okay, well let's get into episode 7 because that's where things got real crazy.
yeah.
Um, so obviously it started off with Nick and Sierra talking about how happy she was that he picked her. She had no idea about the makeout at this point. So what did you think about Olandria spilling the beans about it? You think that was on purpose? Because it was so funny.
I it seemed like she genuinely thought that
That she knew.
she knew.
Yeah,
Cuz it's like why wouldn't you know? I really like Olandria. I think like
me
she's
too.
just so real and she just keeps it like 100. I don't know feel about Taylor for her anymore, but we'll get
Yeah.
there. But yeah, I feel like I don't think she did it like being malicious or anything like that. I think she said it like genuinely being confused because she understood why Bella was confused or blindsided, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah, and I feel like Sierra kind of had an inkling when she first talked to Nick, because she said, like, is there a reason why Bella would have been so confused, thinking you were like super conflicted? So I think she had a feeling, and then hearing about the kiss, that just like confirmed what she was thinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately like he had to make a choice and he did.
Hmm.
And to Sierra's point, she didn't force him to make the choice. He came around to it on his own and
Yeah.
made the best choice for him. And I don't think people can be mad at him for like playing the game. Now, if he turns his head again, he's going to find himself in a situation like y'all remember Keenan and KK, where it was like
Yeah.
he was super into her, but then every single time somebody else came in, he was like, well, let me explore, let me explore, let me explore. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Yeah,
And
you get like
yeah,
one pass at that, and then that's it.
yeah, you kind of get one pass at that, or sometimes no passes at that. We've seen it
Yeah.
happen with, right, like Leah and Andrea last season with Rob, and
Yeah.
he kind of like turned his head to Andrea, and the audience just loved Leah so much that they were just not for
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, I remember back then, I was like, why? Like it's so early. Like he can vibe with
Yeah.
Andrea if he wants. Like people were freaking pissed. So it's kind of interesting, like to see the dynamics of like what the audience will go for and what they won't go for. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah, if they like a couple together, then they're okay with that. And then if they're not really liking a couple, they're like, okay,
Yeah,
enough
because
of
I don't
this.
feel like there's any couples so far that we like. Who
Yeah.
like it's like Jeremiah and Huda are trying to be that couple so bad, but
Hmm.
they're not. They're just
No.
not, you know? So that's why I was so confused that production sent them on the date because it's like I know you guys see what's going around on social media. Like nobody's buying this shit. Nobody cares about this shit. Nobody wants this shit. I don't want to see this shit. I don't like it. I don't buy it. Like Jeremiah
Yeah.
saying like, "Oh, I was trying not to cry." And Huda's like, "Oh, you would cry over me?" Like, and he's like, "No, I've
Yeah.
only known you 4 days." Like, you would definitely cry over her. And
Yeah.
it's just so many like little love bomby comments. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she talking about like on their date, they're talking about moving in together and like getting married and like, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh
Does
my
he even
God.
know her daughter's name? I don't feel like he's
Do
asked.
you
Maybe they cut it
even
out,
know
but
her last name? Like, my God, do you know what your last name would be if you married him? Like, come
right.
on. Like, it's just so, and it's like Ace knows it. Like, Ace keeps being like, something's off. Like, something's off. She's into it more. Like,
Mhm.
Olandria knows it too. She's like, I'm gonna let her live in her delusion, but like, this is a red
Yeah.
flag. But like, I'm gonna just be that supportive friend. So I think it's like, I don't know. Do you still think like Ace wants Huda?
Now I'm not so sure. I sort of just feel like he's just being messy, and like really he's just sort of like, people are calling him like a producer plant or something. Like he's really just there to like stir things up, and I don't know if he's into her as much as he just wants to like question them about what they're doing and remind them like, you're 4 days in. But
Yeah,
I
people
don't
are
know.
saying that he's doing that because he wants Huda, but I don't think so. I don't think he's like cat. I don't think that anymore. I did think that like things change,
Yeah.
but I thought that before, like, oh, he wants her, like that's why he's trying to like. But I think he's just seeing what we're all seeing, right? Like he is.
Yeah, she might be like, I don't know what his exes look like, but she might be like who his physical type is. So he might be like, that's what we were sensing before. Like she was like, he did seem interested. He was kind of giving that vibes. But now I think the more he sees of how she's acting with Jeremiah, the less he's into her.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
sees that she's clingy, which
Yeah.
obviously we know from Amaya that
Is
like he doesn't like that. Which
hmm.
can we please talk about the conversation with Amaya and Ace?
Yes.
Because the first one that we've seen happen, like Amaya gets like he basically recouples with her, then he pulls her to the side to say, "I'm still open. I'm going to get to know other people. You get to know other people, and sets a boundary that he doesn't want to cuddle in
Mhm.
bed. And she starts crying. Like, she starts
Yeah.
crying, and then she runs to Huda and like has a full on meltdown because Ace said that he was going to be
Yeah.
open. And what did you think of that?
I felt like I could see both sides a little, only because of his big speech where he was giving like, he wasn't keeping it casual in that speech. He was very much like, oh, I really like this person and I want to be up all night with them. And so I could see where she was in that mood of like right after those speeches and couplings is like a happy time and you want to go talk in bed, like he said, and then maybe talk about it the next day. But then it's hard because, yeah, if they did cuddle or hook up or something, then the next day he was like, oh, I want to keep it really open. She would get mad that he wasn't honest. So I think it's just the way he goes about it. He kind of speaks in like a condescending type of way.
I
Like,
think, see, and so I guess I need to go back and listen to his speech because I don't remember what he said. My guess is that he was trying to say that before they got in bed and she tried to cuddle, and he didn't
yeah,
want to, like, shun her or like push her off of him. And it's like, I think that he talks in such a calm demeanor that sometimes that pisses people off, or like,
yeah.
I didn't think
And
the
he's always
conversation,
smiling, I think, when
yeah,
he's like,
and the conversation to me wasn't necessary because, like, since when does recoupling mean that we're closed off? Like, of
yeah,
course we're
I
like
think,
exploring other options. I think it was more so like, don't try and cuddle with me, which is
yeah,
strange. Why would you like automatically be like, don't cuddle with me? Because it's like, we didn't
yeah.
hear him
And
say that with Lisa. Like, he didn't
it
tell you,
feels
Lisa,
like a
don't cuddle
game.
me.
Yeah, I think because he wanted to pick Shelly, but he didn't. But he wants to make sure Shelly's not thinking that he's off limits now. So it's like he's just panicking over, it looking a certain way that he
I
picked
think he
Amaya.
wants Shelly to chase him. I think he
Yeah.
wants Shelly to chase him, and Shelly's not going to
Oh, yeah.
chase him. Like, the
Hmm.
fact that she was like, when they were having a chat, and he was like, I mean, first of all, I think Amaya completely overreacted. Like, I think her crying like that was like, I was kind of, I was thrown off by it. I was like, why is she crying? Like, and when did her and Huda become friends to where you're running and crying to Huda? And Huda, you are a fake ass bitch because you were just calling her all kind of bitches, and now you're sitting here holding her, talk about I love you,
Uh-huh.
girl. She's just one of those people that maximizes everything, is what I'm starting to realize.
Yeah.
Like, you just maximize everything, your friendships, your relationships, your booty, your eyelashes. No, I'm just like, I was just really
Yes,
getting on my
she's
nerves.
dramatic.
She's very dramatic. So, but yeah, I did think it was very strange, like the way Amaya was crying. I was, because I was like, okay, I get it. Like, you popped her little balloon, but I think your balloon would have been popped worse if you got in bed with him and was trying to cuddle on him, and he would have been like, "Girl, get off me."
Yeah.
Embarrassing. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then when Huda
Yeah.
was like, "Stop letting him know how much you like him," girl, shut up. Girl, shut up.
Yeah.
Why are you giving any type of relationship advice? Like, that's
Yeah,
what I
she
wrote.
needs to take her own
Girl,
advice
shut
for
up.
that one.
Take your own advice. Yes, exactly.
That's funny because I wrote Huda annoying on mine. So
I literally Huda's advice. Girl, shut up.
yeah, yeah. She's
Austin's mustache, ill.
oh, I know. Where did that come from? I feel bad for Huda because I'm like, she's just a little bit too much. Like she's almost at the level where we'd be like, okay, we get it. We've all been there. We've all been that girl. But then she just goes a little bit too far. And yeah, being the whole mom aspect and adding that in, it's
If
like,
she says that she's the mom one more
yeah,
time, like, I'm
it's
just
too
gonna
much.
scream. It's too much. Like, don't make being a mom your whole personality. And it's like, you could just tell that that's what she's gonna do and that's what she's gonna use. Like, if Jeremiah does jump ship, it's gonna be like, oh my god, but like, I'm a mom and I shared that I'm
Yeah.
a mom, and it's like, what the does that have to do with the tea in China? Like, girl, relax. Okay. Taylor saying that there's no physical attraction to Olandria, to us, to
Yeah.
Ace.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me because that's how I've been feeling this whole time, that they're just friend vibes, but not the way Cordell and Serena were, because I feel like Cordell was always into Serena, and
Yes.
she was friend zoning him a bit. This is not going to work, I don't feel like, because he's not into her that way, and he's trying because I think he can see that they would be a beloved couple, and he probably loves her personality. And there's a lot, like, it's like with you and your date where you're like, that you she is obviously gorgeous, and but there's just something missing for him, that spark, that thing that you can't explain. So he's trying, like when they made out in the photo booth, but he was laughing,
It was
and
forced. It was
yeah,
so
you
forced to
could tell
me.
he's not. And I just keep thinking of those texts he sent where he's like, I'm just going for my career and I'll be back, and he's thinking of this
And
other
that
person.
woman doesn't look anything like Alandria. She's a
Yeah.
lighter skin, I believe mixed girl. You know what I mean? And it's fine. Everybody can have their preference, and people can have different types. Like I like black men, but I also like white men. You know what I mean? So it's like you can have your preference of like I love me a chocolate man, but I also date like light bright men too. So
Mhm.
I don't know, but I just feel like him
Yeah.
saying it to Ace was, to me, reading like he's not attracted to her.
Yeah. I don't think
And
he is.
yeah, and I don't know that I think she is either. Like, I don't
No.
think she's super attracted to him either. Like, I know she's saying that she wants that physical spark, like, but she wants him to lead in that department. And I feel
Mhm.
like he tried where he was like, give me a kiss. And then they kissed and then they went into the photo booth. But to me, it felt like really forced.
Yeah, and that's
Felt really
where
forced.
that's the hard part, because the show, I feel like, is so genuine usually. And last season was so genuine, and we said we're not going to compare it, but I do feel like they are thinking of such a big picture where they could go really far together, and beyond the show they could be really big together, right? Because they are both so lovable on their own just as people,
Right.
and people want to see them together. We want to root for them. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think they are thinking way too much about that, about
Yeah.
how they're going to disappoint everyone if they're not into each other, and they have way too much pressure on. And I think they just need to admit, like, we're not into each other, and find a different connection,
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
forcing it big time.
I think you're right. I think like the success of last season is just like, I think Cordell and Serena's love story it was so unique because we did see in the beginning like she was playing him to the left. I
Yeah.
was dragging Serena like a motherfucker, like in my reviews, like I was letting her freaking have it for how she was treating him. And then it's like, then you're friend zoning him, then you're twisting on him, saying that you're interested in other people. Then you cut things off with him and you tell him you don't like him anymore. Then you see him moving on and then you like him. Like it was just so unique and organic how they got together. Then he moves
Yes.
on, brings a girl back, and you're into him at that moment. And it's like, okay, well, nobody cares because you was dogging him in the beginning. And then you just grew to love them. So it's like, I do fear that the new contestants are trying to like replicate that slow
Yes.
burn, that like
Hmm.
I'm not attracted to her initially, which because that, intellectually Serena couldn't connect with Cordell on that level, and then physically she couldn't connect with him on that level. She was the slow burn and ended up
Hmm.
winning. So I feel like I don't know if that's like, it doesn't seem like that's what Alandra is trying to do. It seems like Taylor's just not into her, but then
Yeah.
it's like as the viewer, there's that hope that like, oh well, if they keep trying, like maybe it will happen. But I don't know. The kiss seemed forced, the photo booth seemed forced. Like I was like,
He was laughing like after kissing her, which was like, oh my gosh, that would be so embarrassing.
and the kiss was
And
so awkward. It was all
yeah,
like it was just so weird.
yeah.
And
I
he did like
think
this fake laugh, like to make like so that the picture comes out like them looking all happy.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very forced, but it's too bad
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
yeah, we love them both, and I hope there is a bombshell coming for Olandria, a
And
good
for
one.
Shelly. I hope there's one
Yes.
coming for Shelly. Yeah, I don't
What
know.
What do you think about Ace and Amaya's second fight conversation? It just kept
Don't call me.
getting
It just kept getting
worse.
worse. Like, don't call me babe.
She could not stop calling him babe. Like
No,
it
so
was like,
I get like, because I call everyone honey, right? Like,
Hmm.
so I call everyone honey. Like, I call my brother, my little brother honey. I will call like anybody. So it's like, it's not a term of endearment. But when I am with a partner, I will also call them honey. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So it's like, it's a term of endearment that I use like interchangeably. Like, I call my best friend honey. I call her daughter honey. But I also call my partner that. So I get it from Amaya's standpoint of like, I'm not saying it as a term of endearment to
Yeah.
you, even though you're taking it that way. But I could see why Ace is like, I don't want to like lead this girl on and think like if he's already thinking Jeremiah and Huda are doing too much, getting called babe after like one coupling is probably like freaking him out. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want her to think that we're further along, but I don't think that he was understanding her because all he heard was like, this is what you call your partner and this is what you're
Hmm.
calling me. And it's like, I don't
Yeah.
think she did a very good job at explaining. I don't mean it like that. Like, I just call everybody this because she kept getting pissed off and like didn't like
Hmm.
properly like explain herself to say, oh my God, like, no offense. Like, I just say this, but like, if it makes you uncomfortable, like, I'll work on not saying it to you. But like, and I think that maybe if he would have seen her calling other people babe, like the girls and
Hmm.
some of the other guys, it would have clicked to him. But she just kept slipping out, babe, 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 babe. But at him, so it's still like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't
Well, and
know.
he kind of tricked her, like how he was like, "Well, what do you call your partner?" And she said, "Babe." And he's like, "Oh, okay, so like you're thinking of me as a partner." And she was like, "Oh, you really got me with that one." Because instead of him just saying like, "Oh, I don't know about this whole you calling me babe," and then she would have been like, "Oh, I call everybody that," but right off the bat, he got her to say, "That's what I call my partner,"
But I
and
think
so
that's why he asked her that, right? Like,
yeah.
because I think he asked her, like, well, what do you call your partner? So that he knew if he was overreacting or not, right? Because if she
Hmm.
would have just kept it at like, oh, I just make up a nickname for them typically, you know what I mean? Or said, oh,
Hmm.
I call them sweetie or I call them honey. And he'd be like, oh, well, do you call them babe? And she would have been like, well, yeah, sometimes, but I call everyone
Hmm.
babe. I think maybe that would
Yeah,
have
that
gotten
was
a
the
different
thing.
reaction.
He said, "What do you call your partner?" And she said, "Babe." And he was taking that as only my
Literal.
partner.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, I call everybody that." But he like,
Yeah.
he
And so every time she
minimized
said
it.
it to him, and she's trying to be like, see, I just say it. It's like, no, you're saying it to me. But I feel like if he would have seen her saying it to, everyone else, like, I think he would have
Mm,
got it. Like, oh, okay, like she doesn't mean it like as a term of endearment. But I do think, I mean, I get you like setting your boundaries, and he shouldn't have to be in something that's uncomfortable just because it's
yeah.
how she is. But I don't know. I feel like she didn't do a great job at like, I feel like their situation confused me because it's like I get both sides. Like, I got Ace's side of like wanting to be firm in his boundaries, but I'm also like, do you hate her? Like, it's like, kind of
Yeah.
seems like you hate her. Like, I think you hate
Right?
her. Like, I think I wrote that down. Like, does Ace hate? I think I wrote that down. I said, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I put, does Ace hate Amaya? I
Yeah.
wrote that, like, because it's like, bruh,
I
like,
kind of,
don't call me babe. Don't cuddle with me. We're open. Like, just stop talking to me. To Amaya's point, like, just stop talking to me. But I
yeah.
do think their personalities wouldn't be compatible anyway. If
No.
that's like naturally who she is, if she's naturally like a cuddler and a toucher and all of this, and like he's just like so like, I don't I don't know. I don't think it would have worked long term
Yeah.
anyway.
I kind of wish she just stopped talking to him and went and like tried to find a different connection with Austin or
Austin.
something because
Austin.
yeah, it's like he was baiting her into getting mad and then getting mad that she got mad, like being like, "Oh, you're so reactionary." And it's like, "Well, what do you want her to do?" Like she's just responding to what you're saying. I wish she wouldn't have given him that and just been like, "Oh, okay, I won't call you babe, like won't cuddle with you," and just took the hint kind of, even though she
But
has the
she
right
kind
to
of
speak
said
back, but
it too, right? Like, she said, like, it's clear,
yeah.
like, I get it. And he's
Yeah.
still like, but I still want to be your friend and I still want to get to know
Yeah,
you. And
he's
all relationships start with a friendship. And it's like, what? Like, just what? Like, you
yeah,
know
he
what I mean?
really
Like,
gives mixed signals a lot.
yes, I think
And that's
that's a
why I think
perfect way.
Shelly's confused with him too, right? Like he just
Yeah.
he won't go fully in with someone, which I guess that is early, like we say. So,
You think
but
he's waiting to see if somebody else comes in? Because to Austin's point, he's like, why the hell didn't Ace pick Shelly? Like, I'm tired of this
yeah,
ring around the rosy. I'm tired of being in this love triangle. Like, I picked Shelly, you picked Amaya. That went to shit so early on. Now, even though I think that if Austin would have gone first, he would have picked Amaya. I think he would have picked Amaya. I don't think he would have picked Shelly because they shared a
yeah,
kiss. They seemed to be exploring. Ace and Austin need to just switch at this point. But I think Shelly is even over Ace's game. That's why I said he's playing a dangerous game. He's going to end up alone
yeah,
and he's going to end up vulnerable because we heard Shelly say in this episode, I'm going to hang out with Austin
yeah.
because I don't know what Ace is doing.
Yeah, he's going a bit too far, and I think he just I don't know if it's that he's waiting to commit to Shelly or nervous to commit to her, and then someone else comes in, and he doesn't want to be the person
But
because he
nobody's
knows
like
she's loved.
committing, right? Like nobody's
Yeah,
committing. Like everyone's just like get in a couple, get to know somebody, get to have a
but
primary person.
once you're in the couple, though, it does get a little
Tricky.
riskier
That's
to
true.
like
That's
switch
true.
again. So I
That's
don't
true.
know if that's what it is. Like he's just nervous because he knows Shelly's amazing. He knows we probably all love her. So he's like, if I get in a couple with her and then I don't like her or I change my mind, I'm gonna be hated. So I feel
Right.
like, yeah, they're thinking too much about what's. I feel like no one last season was thinking about this really because they were all acting just whatever. And this season they are thinking about it a bit
Yeah.
too much
Yeah, I
because
think so
you
too.
don't feel like the moves they're making are fully genuine. There's like something else has to be driving this because it's not making
Yeah,
sense.
it's like like literally who do we have at this point as a couple? Like we have Sierra and
Charlie, we
Charlie
keep
and
forgetting
Hannah.
about him,
And
but yeah,
like I don't necessarily give a damn about that connection. I'm
no.
like I'm not seeing anything special. I'm not seeing anything like super cutesy. That I'm just like, okay, like he didn't really have nobody. He went for you because you were new and you happen to like him too. So perfect, good.
Yeah, and it's hard because neither of them are an OG, so it's like harder to care about them,
Oh, okay.
even
Is
though
that
it's
why we
only
don't care? I was trying to
I think
figure out
so.
why I don't care, like why I don't give a damn about them. Um,
Yeah,
and yeah, so it's like there's that, and then there's what Taylor and Olandria, which I think I don't think that's gonna work because they're not.
yeah.
There's no physical anything there. Then we have
Hoda and Jeremiah,
eh,
but
they're the
nothing
first
to say
couple to
about them.
go. Literally going to be the first couple to go if there's a vote. Shelly and
Austin.
Austin, and then Amaya and Ace. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's a bit of a mess
we
right
don't
now.
have nothing. Like we literally have nothing. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Ace is playing a dangerous game. Like I didn't like when Shelly was like, I'm not like trying to be the girl that you like I like because he was like, I don't like, what did he say? Something along like, I don't want to talk too much because basically, like, you're just going to try and be and do all the things that I like to like trick me. And she's like, I'm not trying to.
Wait, who said that?
Something
Ace?
along the lines of like, when him and Shelly were having a talk, she said something along the lines of like, I'm not trying to like be this girl you want me to be. And he's like, oh, you're
Yeah.
not? You know what I
hmm
mean? I
Yeah,
don't
and that
remember the conversation exactly, but I do remember him saying, "Oh, like, oh, you're not trying to be the girl. Like, I want you." And Austin clocked it, right? Like, he's trying to get Shelly to chase him, and she's just not the type of girl that's gonna chase.
no. We definitely need something to like
Something. We
put
need
some
something.
pressure on. Like, yeah, a bombshell for
Yes.
Shelly that might get Ace to act right,
Mm.
or a bombshell for Alandria. But I don't think that will change anything. Like, it's not gonna make Taylor suddenly be attracted to her. So I think we just need some new
I
people. But
feel like Taylor is waiting for a bombshell. That's his type.
yeah, I think so too.
Which I would think that Amaya's his type, but we haven't seen him and Amaya have any chats.
Yeah, her personality is all right. I was like more on her side with the whole what was just happening with her and Ace, but then
Yeah.
seeing the preview for next time and what happens with her and Shelly, I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
like
maybe
what
it's
is
her.
going
Maybe
on?
she's
Like
the
she's
problem.
like the thing is I totally got her viewpoint. Like I was very confused with Ace like, do you hate the girl? Like, what is going on? And it's like, it's
Yeah.
confusing because sometimes it's like, you know, Ace is talking very calmly and he is like just stating his demands. And if it was,
Hmm.
or his boundaries, and if a woman was telling her guy partner, hey, I don't want to cuddle at night and like it makes me uncomfortable, or I feel like you're love bombing me by calling me babe after one day, I feel like there would be a lot of support for that woman.
Yeah.
And basically that's what Ace was saying, you know,
Hmm.
and he's saying, I still want to get to know you on like on a slower level. Then I feel like you shouldn't have picked her as your couple. You should have picked who you wanted to like really get to know
Hmm.
romantically and then still have that friend aspect. But Amaya comes off like she doesn't receive the information well, and then she is
Hmm.
argumentative back, like, you know, because all
Yeah.
she said to Ace like 3 times, like, you're pissing me off. Like, how about a don't get pissed off, like listen and receive what he's saying and then respond. Like,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, she kept saying you're giving player vibes, which I do sometimes feel like that, but I don't think just from him saying, I don't want to cuddle and I don't want you to call me baby, that didn't give player vibes really to me.
yeah, but if something is off, if something is off, because it's like, why would you
Yeah.
pick the girl to couple with her and then give her all these lists of demands like you hate her? Like, so
Yeah.
that's why that situation was so confusing, because I'm like, okay, if Ace wants to set a boundary, that's fine. Amaya shouldn't get mad that he's setting the boundary. She shouldn't have the reaction that she's having, because I do feel like the reaction is extreme. Like, okay, like, but then it's
It
like,
is a
it's weird. It's just so weird. And then it looks like next week, what? It looks like they're fighting over Ace.
yeah, which I don't understand how that's Shelly's fault. Like, I think Amaya is losing it if she's blaming Shelly, because I don't think it's her fault, really.
Maybe
Like,
she's not
Ace had
blaming
that
Shelly.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
He
seemed
could have
more
picked
like
her.
she was saying, I don't know, what I picked up from it was like she's saying something along the lines of Shelly's not being honest in her connection with Ace.
Mhm. I think Ace didn't pick Shelly because he wants Shelly to pick him, so he knows for sure. Because if he picks Shelly, he's not going to know, really. But if she picks
I feel
him,
like it's so obvious. I feel like Shelly has
yeah,
given more than enough of a
I know.
sign to be like, I'm into it.
Yeah. It's like, I think this is the problem with bringing on someone that has a million followers, right? They maybe,
Yeah.
they're not, like, they're probably used to getting tons of girls chasing them. Like, he must have full DMs all the time, right?
Yeah,
Whereas
that's
normally we're
true.
getting
Yeah.
these random people who don't really get access to so many women, and it's maybe more exciting for them to be on Love Island. Whereas for
Yeah.
Ace, this is probably like a regular Saturday for him. Like,
Yeah,
oh, a
like
bunch of hot women on an
yeah, a lot
island.
of yeah, and Ace is a very good-looking guy. Like he is, like
Yeah.
he's tatted, he's light-skinned, he's got the dimples, like he's very good-looking. I'm sure he gets a lot of attention, but
Yeah.
it's just like, I
He's
don't know.
acting like he's the prize, obviously, not Shelly. Whereas, like,
Yeah.
I think they're equally, like, great. So
Yeah, I think
just get
Shelly's
together already.
yeah. Yeah, I don't, it's like, I don't know if you guys are playing us like you said and trying to play the game. I don't know what it is, but it's frustrating at this point, and I think Austin and Ace need to just switch partners, because I thought that Amaya and Austin were cute. Like I thought that they
Yeah.
could, like, they have a cute little dynamic going on.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. Like Shelly seems to be over Ace, and he gonna freaking go home, because now you're in a couple with a girl, another girl that you don't really like. He didn't really like you, Lisa, and now you're in a couple with another girl that you don't like.
Hmm. Oh, I did have a note here I forgot to mention. When Huda was saying to Jeremiah, like, okay, you can tell Nick that I'm a mom so you have someone to talk about it with. Like, why is she not letting all the other men know? Like, why is it a secret from them?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
get
She
that.
says she's not ashamed of it, but it seems like
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah. It's interesting to me because, she didn't want Jeremiah to know because she wanted him to fall for her without knowing. So that makes me feel like just in case things go bad with Jeremiah, she doesn't want the other men to know so that they can like her for her and not like know about the kid thing. Because if you know you're never gonna have a connection with those men, why wouldn't you just tell everybody? So
Right.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Like, she's a strange one. I can't put my
Yeah.
finger on how to, like, just the whole, like, I have a note here, like, with her trying to, like, so do you, like, want to close things off? Like, in the middle of like they're like everybody's right there and you're trying to have this super serious talk with him. It was almost
Mhm.
like so that he'll just be like, yeah, of course, like we're closed off, like to where it's like you don't have to have an in-depth convo, and it's
Yeah.
like so that he would just say it, and it's like, oh, don't do that at our wedding, like, and then oh my god, at one point Jeremiah was like, oh, my whole heart, my
Yeah.
whole heart. He said something along those lines where I'm like, I hate it.
They're keeping it as something to talk about, I guess. But
Y'all going home. When's the first
we
vote?
need, yeah, we need some couples we want to root for. So do you think they're gonna bring Beldasha back eventually, or you think she's gone?
I think she's gone. I think she's gone. I
Yeah.
don't think she's coming back. There was no one there for her. I think maybe we'll get some male bombshells soon.
Yeah.
Maybe
I hope
tomorrow
so.
night. Maybe we'll get some male
Yeah.
bombshells, but I just think right now there's literally no couple to root for.
Yeah, they do usually end tomorrow night's episode on a bit of a cliffhanger because we don't get one on Wednesday. So something spicy should happen by the end of the episode, like a new bombshell or recoupling, something big. So
Are we coupling this soon?
I have no idea, but
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
feel like not this soon. Maybe some bombshells, but like I don't
That's not
know.
really enough of a cliffhanger, though. It's usually something big. So we'll see.
Okay, well, here it goes. We'll see. We'll
It
see.
could be.
We'll be back.
Bombshells could be it. At this point, a bombshell would be a good cliffhanger because we need it really bad. So
Yeah, like I don't know. We need something.
it's got to be something.
We need
Yeah.
something. We need something. We need
Something's going to
something.
mix it up.
We need something. Maybe they'll open up the
Yeah.
votes for the first time too.
Oh, it could
Sometimes
be
they
that.
do that. Sometimes they do
Yeah.
that. So
It's going to be something. So,
we'll see. But yeah, we'll
yes.
be back to review episode 8/7
Yes.
for you.
We'll just go with the Peacock version because I don't know
Okay.
why mine. I mean, I like this. I think that After Sun should be separate. Makes more
Yeah, for
sense to me,
sure.
but
For sure. Did you
we'll go
watch
with
After
Peacock.
Sun?
No, I've seen some clips, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I
So
seen some
I saw
clips that
they
apparently they like
shaded Leah.
shaded Leah, which I seen the clip. I didn't think it was shade.
No.
I didn't think it was shade. I think people just are sensitive about Leah, so I'm like, I didn't see any shade. I didn't think it was shade, but
Yeah, I thought it was a little shady just because it was like PPG, but we don't talk about the G. The PP are
did she
here, but we
say
don't.
the PP? She just didn't they just say the PP? Where's the G? I don't feel like they didn't say we don't talk about the G. They said
Yeah, she did.
where's the G? Oh, she did say that.
Yeah, she did. She said we don't
Oh,
talk about that. Yeah, yeah.
oh,
That's
okay,
the
then
shady
that's
part.
shady.
It
Okay,
was
I was
Shelly that said it.
like, I heard where's the G? So I was like, okay, like what? Why is everyone
No,
making
then
this
she's
a
like, we
big?
don't talk about that or something.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
but it was a script. They're written that, they read it. So, yeah, it probably was shade from the producers, but not from like Shelly and Sophie, I think is her
Yeah.
name.
Well,
So,
speaking of
they're just
PPG, we
reading.
got the trailer at the end of this season for Love
Yeah.
Island Beyond the Villa, which they are cranking that out fast because that just got finished filming, right?
Yeah. So they're obviously timing it to come out around the end of the season. So it'll be like a full summer of Love Island stuff. So that's good.
Is this season over around mid-July?
Yeah. I think it's
Okay,
usually
so
like July. I want to say like it's 6 weeks long. So it started June 2nd. So it should be like July. It's like 16th to 20th around there. So
okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
this starts then. What did you think of the trailer?
It looks good. But it was really long and it looked
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, like for me, I was like, okay, like this looks interesting, but they might have just taken all of the interesting moments and combined it into the trailer
Yeah.
because what's really happening, right? Like, what's really happening? Like,
I've seen
see,
a lot of comments saying it looks like manufactured drama. I think
yeah,
even Janae came out and said something about the trailer being like misleading. So I think it's going to be hard after seeing, because they were, at least what we thought, they were so genuine what we saw last summer. And it was just so real, all these moments that we saw. So it's hard to take it to not a scripted reality show, but we all know these types of shows have a little bit of, storyline direction, like they have a plan, right?
yeah,
So we've seen them at the most like genuine and raw they could get. And so now this
Right.
Yeah, I think there will obviously it's gonna be real parts of their life, but they have to have some kind of story set up. So
Right. I think, well,
it,
obviously Janae is talking about the fact that her and Kenny are having this whole chat over wanting to move in
yeah,
together, because the trailer makes it seem like Janae wants to move in with her, with him, and he doesn't want to move in with her.
yeah,
So I would imagine her saying that that's misleading, like to should imply that Kenny doesn't want to be around her or live with her, you know?
yeah. Yeah, they obviously took a conversation and probably spliced it in a
Spliced
way
it.
that
Yeah.
that's what they do. So the one
Yeah.
part that did look interesting to me though was the Kendall
That's what I
and
was going to say.
Nicole meetup. That seems
Yeah.
real because they, as far as we know, it was real beef they had. So
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I love that Aaron came back. Like, he wasn't a
yeah,
favorite, but I guess seeing the dynamic of Kaylor, we see her crying in the trailer, which is like, oh my God, girl, please save it. But it's, I don't want to see you cry ever again. But it was
no,
like, okay, like, I'm glad Aaron came back. I do think that Rob should have came back. Like, as much as, like, he's still, I don't even want to say that he makes good television, because he actually doesn't. He's actually quite boring. Like, when you
yeah,
really, really think about it, I think Rob is hot. So I like to look at him. But, like, he
mhm.
actually is quite boring. It could have been interesting. I know people hate Andrea and think she's so cringy, but to see that dynamic with her being back around the girls after she was talking
Yeah,
all that shit, and I don't know. We need some love. Like, it seems like the love that we're gonna get is from, because Cordell's not in it a lot. Leah and Miguel, people, we see them on TikTok all the time, and they're super cute. You know?
hmm
I don't know.
yeah. It'll be nice to get like a little update from them. I don't know how many episodes it is. Did it say? No.
I'm gonna guess 8 to 10,
Oh, that's a lot.
maybe 8, maybe not, because I don't
Yeah,
know. It films so quick, so who knows?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love them all. I'm excited to see what they're up to, but hopefully it's not too the part I think that everyone's finding so staged is the whole Liv and Kayler fight over like a spray tan or something because
I mean, that
yeah.
see that, but see, watching the preview, I didn't take that to be a real fight. Like, I was like,
No.
they're
I,
joking.
yeah, I think we have to watch it with like a grain of salt and know it's not going to be as like real as Love Island was for them, but they have to keep it entertaining. It can't just be like a documentary. So
Yeah. And are they all staying in a house together? Because it didn't look like it.
I
It looked
don't
like they're
know.
all just
Like
like living in LA, which I think
yeah.
would have been cool, like a summer house type thing with the cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't look like that. It looked like, because it looked like we see Leah and Miguel in their place, and then, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
Yeah,
See
we'll
how they.
watch it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also have Love Is
We'll
Blind
try it.
UK coming out. When
Yes.
is that one?
I think probably not till August. That's when it came out last time. So,
Oh, okay. I thought they
um,
dropped a date for season 2. Maybe I was tripping. No, they
they
didn't.
said summer, I think, but they
Okay.
didn't give a date yet. So I believe August is what I would think. That's when it came out last time. So,
Okay.
and Bobby and JC from season 1, they are having a baby.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I
Yes.
did see that, which was interesting. That was a couple that I thought was not going to get married. So
No.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they do a lot of like YouTube stuff. They're cute. So, lots of Love is Blind babies right now,
Lots of
which
Love
is
Is
very
Blind
exciting.
babies. Oh my God, yeah, I should have done it. I didn't even post a video. I was like, oh, nobody cares. I definitely saw it, and I was like,
People
yeah.
did really love that season. I don't know. I mean, it was not
It
as dramatic as
it
we're
did
used to
good.
with
It
Love
did
is
good.
Blind, but
Yeah,
yeah,
people
it
did
was
like it. It was good.
a
It was
nice
good.
little feel good break from the US one that we love to watch the mess of. So,
Yeah,
I guess all the countries really have mess, but UK
yeah.
was like the least messy, I feel
It
like, so
was.
far.
It
Mhm.
had Freddie.
Yes. We will see him soon as well.
We will see him soon on Perfect Match, my boo. I
Yes.
can't wait. But yeah, that's the update, guy. I mean, that's the recap, guys, and we will catch you for the next one, and we will see you then.
Yeah, thanks
Bye,
guys.
guys.
See ya.